If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, could my parents be one of the causes of my social anxiety disorder or not? Answer by Nancy Schneck. Have you been diagnosed with social anxiety disorder? If you have been diagnosed, you should discuss this with your therapist. If this is a self-diagnosis, you might consider whether or not it's accurate. Have you attended school or been employed? Interacted with your peers, teachers, co-workers or supervisors? If so, what specifically makes you believe that your anxiety level exceeds the normal level of anxiety everyone feels? More importantly, why do you believe that discovering the cause would help you address or correct the problem? Everyone feels anxiety, especially when facing new situations and challenges. There's a possibility that your father's negativity could undermine your self-confidence, and that your mother's overprotective behavior could have contributed to your lack of self-confidence. If you've been denied opportunities to interact with others and learn how to successfully interact through trial and error, which is how most people learn. Mood swings could have a hormonal cause, or they can be a sign of poor self-control. You are an adult, and while it might feel comforting to believe that your parents are responsible for your feelings of social anxiety, it will do nothing to increase your confidence in social situations. Doing things, and interacting with others, is the only thing that will affect your self-confidence. I'm not trying to minimize the effects parents' behavior has on children, but no parents are perfect, and there comes a point where it's necessary to take personal responsibility for ourselves, and stop blaming parents. Confidence is developed through challenging ourselves, not through avoidance of difficult situations. I don't know if you're working or in school, but I would recommend taking a class in public speaking. Everyone has a fear of public speaking, and facing this fear in a classroom, with others undergoing the same process, will help you learn how to appear confident, and it will help you feel more confident. It's clear that how your parents interact with each other, and their marriage is not something you wish to emulate. If you want your life to be more satisfying to you than theirs is for them, you'll have to take the initiative and pursue a different path than they have, for yourself. At your age, my best recommendation for you is to be continuing your education, full or part-time. The knowledge, confidence, and sense of accomplishment you gain will improve your life in countless ways. You won't feel intimidated when interacting with other college graduates when you have obtained your own college degree. One thing you can be sure of is that doing nothing will not change anything about your current situation and your lack of self-confidence. Challenge yourself. Set some goals and work on them. Dwelling on the past won't do much to alter the future. Good luck. Answer by Terry Dixon. As a child, our parents are God to us. We worship the ground they walk on. They gave us life and keep us alive. A father shows his son what it is to be a man. A mother shows, to her daughter, a woman. And yet this same parent, the one we worship, can come to make us feel as though we are inadequate, stupid, weak, and worthless. Significant others can do the same to some extent, but our parents are different. Their genes are a part of us, their behavior towards us strikes at our very existence, our inner self, our being, and we cannot feel any way towards them without feeling the same about part of ourself. Throughout recent history there have been changes in thinking about the influence of parents on their children. Parents have gone from being fully responsible or having no responsibility at all to a middle ground where other things such as peers, school, society, and media play a major part. And they do. But nothing influences us like our parents. Their genes are our genes, and from the day we are born we are shaped by their beliefs, attitudes and behaviors. We are molded by their hopes and fears, and many people, well into their middle age, are still trying to please their parents and gain their love. In her self-help book about depression, Alexandra Massie estimates that around 80% of people that she has spoken to about depression are entangled with their parents and stuck. And research has shown an improvement in the phobic behavior of adolescents when relationships with their parents improve. The above is an extract from Evolving Self-Confidence: How to Become Free from Anxiety Disorders and Depression. Basically, the way that our parents make us feel about ourselves can play a massive role in the development of many anxiety disorders, particularly social phobia. Look at it like this. Say I took two puppies from the same litter and, as they grew, one I continuously scolded, shouted at, discouraged, ignored, and the other I praised frequently, supported, encouraged, and showered with positive attention. Which do you think would grow up nervous and scared, and which would be confident? Please note that the purpose of this information is not to blame, judge, or denigrate our parents in any way. most of whom do the best they can given their own problems and skills. It is not to justify anger, resentment or hate, for in doing this, something that plays a large part in most people's problems, we only hurt and damage ourselves. The purpose of this information is solely to help understand what happens and why. Answer by Himangi Chakravarti. Hi. Social anxiety disorder can be caused by various including heightened fear response, excessive activity in a brain region called amygdala, anomalies in levels of a neurochemical called serotonin and excessively strict and or protective parenting. After reading what you wrote, it suggests that family therapy and one-on-one counseling might help in your case. While the former will help in improving family relations, individual counseling, and maybe a visit to a psychiatrist for the physiological symptoms of social anxiety disorder, if you experience them, shall help you deal with the disorder you talked about. These steps can help you and your family build a better life for yourselves.